welcome back. Today we've got another special feature Sunday. This is the second special feature Sunday. I am really excited about it. I have three great picks to discuss today. I feel like not a lot of people discuss the special features anymore, and there's so many good special features out there, so I feel like it's a really important thing to discuss here, so that's why I started Special Feature Sunday. And so it's not every Sunday, but just, I do want to do it more frequently. I did one, and then 2 Sundays I didn't do one, and now we're back again with the second one. But let's just get straight into it. So the first movie, the first special features I will be talking about is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Now, I just recently watched the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and I really did enjoy it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought it was a really great, inspiring, beautiful looking movie, and I really enjoyed it. But the first half an hour I was a bit unsure on. Now, it does have quite a lot of special features on the back here, as you can see, and I was really excited about that. Like, when I finished watching the movie, I was like, right, I definitely need to watch the special features on this one. And I think the main feature that you'll find will be just the behind the scenes, and it's kind of separated up into different categories. I'll read you out the categories now. I've got them written down. We've got History of Walter Mitty, The Look of Life, That's a Shark, The Music of Walter Mitty, Icelandic Adventure, Nordic Casting, Titles of Walter Mitty, Sights and Sounds of Production. I can't read my own writing. Okay, so those are the different little segments. They're about 3, 5, 4 minutes long, all of them. So you've really got a good, real big mix there. I think my absolute favourite was, what was that one called? That's a Shark. That was my favourite. It was really inspiring, it was really cool. It was kind of about how they made a lot of the big scenes that were filmed in Iceland. If you don't know, part of the movie is filmed in Iceland. I feel like a lot of people can know this, so they talk a lot about this. Obviously, in Icelandic Adventures they talk about that. But what I also found really interesting was at the start, the history of Walter Mitty. It talks about the fact that it was originally this little story in 1939, I think. A man wrote this story it was published in the New Yorker, and it was called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And that's kind of all where it came from, and I didn't really know much about the backstory of Walter Mitty or anything like that, so it was really cool to find that out. And I feel like every little segment of these behind the scenes was so awesome. It was really cool to hear all about the music as well, because I personally loved the soundtrack to this movie, and they also spoke to George Gonzalez in these behind the scenes, because he did quite a few of the songs in the movie and created a song for the movie, and it's really cool to hear what he had to say. There's also a lot of parts where it showed the stunt double, because there was a lot of big epic scenes if you've not seen the movie. There's some kind of, in the beginning, basically Walter Mitty is a general man, but he has these really big vivid imaginations, and some of those scenes are insane, and seeing how they were made was really cool. But also some of the scenes, like I say, in Iceland, later on, it was really cool to see how they did some of them, and I thought that was really fun. But it was also great just to see how much time and effort they put into creating this movie and finding the right scenery and doing the cinematography, and how they felt that it was mostly always important to keep it really real. So they didn't use any green screens or anything like that. They kept it very real. It's all, anything that they could do, they did. It was also really interesting to see Ben Stiller's point of view on it. I found his input into this really interesting. It was just so awesome. I highly recommend you check out the behind the scenes on this. If you've seen the movie, the behind the scenes will make you love the movie even more. And if I watch special features and they make me feel that way, that's when I know they're good special features. So yeah, the behind the scenes on this was very awesome. Like I said, it's separated into different categories, and they're all very much enjoyable. Really cool. Definitely check them out. Apart from the behind the scenes, this Blu-ray has a music video, a gallery, deleted scenes, extended scenes, and alternate scenes. So yeah, you've kind of got a bit of a big mix there of different little other things. Like, they always usually have those things, don't they, the little quirky deleted scenes and stuff on special features, and obviously they aren't quite as exciting as the behind the scenes. The behind the scenes is the main big bit of these special features, but if you want to know, the deleted scenes are 7 minutes long, extended scenes are 4 minutes, and the alternate scenes are 3 minutes, so you've got quite a bit of lengthy deleted scenes there as well. So yeah, pretty much that is the special features of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. But I highly recommend watching, I recommend watching the movie, but I also highly recommend, if you've seen the movie, definitely check out these behind the scenes if you get a chance to, because it was just they were so passionate about the movie, they cared about it so much. You could see that they were having so much fun making it, and it just kind of made me happy. It was really inspiring to see them put all this hard work and time into it, and the problems that they had, but then what they overcame, and it was really fantastic. So I definitely recommend checking out the behind the scenes on this one. So yeah, I loved that. I'm so glad that I watched it, and yeah, so now let's go on to Special Features Sunday movie number 2. Okay, so the next one I have here is Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which is the DreamWorks movie. I loved this movie a lot. I think I gave it 4 stars. It's a really, really cute little DreamWorks movie, and I really do want to watch it again. Now, just before I jump into telling you about the special features and what they are, obviously this is a children's movie, so you know the special features, you've got some children's ones in there, but I feel like I really, really did enjoy this movie, but the special features didn't make me like love it more, and that's what I kind of really like about special features. So these ones were a bit hit and miss, but I still enjoyed watching them. So the first main special feature, basically the biggest bit, is DreamWorks presents Mr. Peabody and Sherman, A Journey the Way Back. A Journey, I don't know. It was called something, it was a really long title, but it was the main DreamWorks present Mr. Peabody and Sherman, A Journey. And basically it was all about how the movie was made. It was the general stuff that you see, you know, cast, crew, animation, creation, history, the linear fashion of basically behind the scenes. But I have one little thing that annoyed me about this. Okay, there's a narrator who does this. He doesn't narrate a lot. He's like in between segments, you know, it's like separated into segments. It'll have a title scene that says, you know, gosh, I can't even think, like Cat doing the voices of Mr. Peabody and Sherman, say. And before that title scene, the man who's basically kind of trying to put in a few jokes, and he is actually a man who was voiced in the movie, but he was the most annoying man, and I really didn't like him. He really annoyed me. He tried to be funny when he wasn't. He was very annoying. I wish that they would have cut him out and just included, like, once he's done his little funny joke and then it goes to the title sequence of telling us what this segment's going to be, he's not in it because this is a 21 minute long whole thing, so he's just in little snips here and there, but he was kind of annoying and kind of took you out of the interest of it. But of course it talks about where Mr. Peabody and Sherman came from, which is originally, like, you know, it was part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle, or Rocky and Friends, what is it, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends, little TV show, and Mr. Peabody and Sherman was a part of that, and it shows quite a lot of that, and how they developed it from that, and it shows the voices, you know, it's that kind of typical behind the scenes showing you things, and I really did enjoy it. I just feel like nothing really stood out. I didn't feel like I learned something completely new. So that was just kind of okay, but I did enjoy it. Now, my favourite special feature was Time Travel Mad Science. This was 5 minutes long, and it was talking to some physician? What is a physics person called? A physician? No, I don't know. Two physics people, and basically they were telling you about how if time travel was a possibility, how it would work, and the different theories and the physics behind it and the science behind it. So it was really, really interesting. I really, really loved that. That was really cool. It was 5 minutes long, but it was really interesting, really, really clever, and it made me think, oh, it was really cool to see the different theories about how if time travel was going to be possible, how it would actually really plan out. That was really awesome. I definitely recommend checking out that special feature. That was my favourite feature. It was kind of really, really interesting. I really liked that. I kind of wish that would have been a bit longer, actually. I really was enjoying that. We've also got Peabody's Paw Print on History, which is a 3 minute long, like, kind of little special event that Mr. Peabody and Sherman, they did, like, you know, before the movie came out. It's like some kind of event type thing. It wasn't really, it was just kind of okay. I was like, okay. It also has some games on here, because obviously, you know, it's a kids movie. It's got memory games and jigsaw games. The jigsaw game, I tried to play these games. The jigsaw game was hard, because it's like virtually a virtual jigsaw. It was really difficult, but the memory game was actually pretty cool. If you've got kids, the memory game, that was a fun one. I think they'd enjoy that, actually. The memory game was okay. They've also got History's Greatest Mystery, A Dog and His Boy, and this was only about 2 minutes long. It's kind of like a little spoof of like a history show thing, like maybe like, you know, like Horrible Histories or something. They also had a 2 minute tour of the Way Back on here, which is just basically the time machine that Mr. Peabody has, and that was just kind of okay. Again, I think kids did enjoy it. It was just kind of looking around the time machine, seeing all the gadgets and bits. But something that was really, really cool that they had on here was basically they have the first episode of, what is it actually called? Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle, I was right. The first premiere episode, full episode of Rocky and Bullwinkle. And that was really cool. It's like over 20 minutes long, it's a full episode. But, as well as that, they have all the, well, I don't know if it's all the, they have 25 minutes worth of Mr. Peabody and Sherman clips. I don't think it's probably not all of them, but like they have quite a lot of the, because Mr. Peabody and Sherman was just a segment in that show, so they took out quite a lot of different segments and they've put them on the Blu-ray here, which is so cool. It's 25 minutes worth of the old classic Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and you know, I watched them and I really was enjoying them. They're really great. Yeah, that was really, really, really cool to see. I thought that was really great how they put that on here so everyone can see where it's really come from and, like, you know, where it originated from. So I thought that was really cool. That was probably one of the best bits, as well as the cool time travel theory thing. But yes, overall, it was just kind of an okay special features. I enjoyed it, but it didn't make me love the movie anymore. But I did find out a couple of interesting things, and it did have the old Mr. Peabody shown on it, so that's always a good thing. And finally, the one I want to talk about now is The Giver. I recently picked this up and I really enjoyed the movie. I gave it 5 stars, so I thought, you know what, definitely need to check out the special features this one. The first kind of main special feature, I suppose you would say, is the making of Page to Screen. This was so interesting. It was, let me look, 21 minutes long. And basically it's about how, you know, they went from the book, because the book, no, not the book, The Giver is a book, and obviously they turned it into a movie. I did not realise how long this process for them took. I think it was like 18 years until it became the movie. Because Jeff Bridges, basically, originally what happened, I won't tell you the whole thing because you should definitely watch the making of here, but Jeff Bridges had wanted to create this movie a long time ago. He kind of, I think, bought the rights for it or whatever, and then lots of problems kind of came along the way, and it wasn't until ages later that they managed to make the movie. But originally Jeff Bridges wanted to have his father playing The Giver, which then now he plays that part. And he's the producer of The Giver as well, so he's also in it and he produces it. But yeah, he had such a big part of wanting to make this movie, and you can see that he was so passionate about it, and it was so wonderful to see. And it also obviously talks about the theories of the theories and themes of the book and the movie, and why they're important. Lois Lowry. I find it really hard to pronounce the name. Okay, the lady who wrote the book, she talks in this as well, and she has a great connection here with making the movie. I think that's fantastic. Sometimes, you know, when a book's made into movies, the person who has written the book doesn't really have much to do with it, but she really did have a lot to do with it, and she had a lot to say kind of on the situation as well. And I also loved what Meryl Streep had to say. Her things that she said in this behind the scenes here was really fantastic, and it's so interesting to see everyone's different look on the movie, because it really is an interesting, thought-provoking movie. So to see these actors and actresses think about this situation, I don't really kind of want to give it away, this situation, and discuss it was really cool. You know, it talks about so many cool different elements and casting and making it and how it all came to be, and I loved that. So yeah, definitely check out that. If you have this movie and you enjoy the movie, I highly recommend you check out the making of, because I loved it. Again, it made me love the movie more. So much time and effort went into this. It took such a long time for it to finally become a film, and yeah, I'm really happy with watching that. That was really great. The next thing they have is a press conference, which was, how long was the press conference? 35 minutes long, and that was really interesting too. Basically, it's kind of like a Q&A between the cast and crew, if you don't really know what a press conference is, I guess. And you know, it had all the main cast and it had some of the crew in there, and you know, they were just finding out a lot more about how it was made and how it came to be. And also, you know, Lois Lowry, she's in there as well, the author, and that was really cool, and I really enjoyed that. And it was kind of long, but I found myself really enjoying it, so I was like, oh yeah, that's great, because sometimes you don't always get things like that on special features. I don't see very many of them, and I feel like a lot of times I might necessarily not be interested in watching them, but this one was really interesting, so I do recommend it if you think it'll be something you'll be interested in. Another cool thing that was on this special features is Jeff Bridges. Like I say, he's been a part of this making of this movie for a long time, and he's got an original script reading which dates way back, and it's 40 minutes long, and it's him and his family reading out the script, like the original script. And it's really you can tell it's really old, and it's really cool. It's like all his family and stuff. So you're a fan of Jeff Bridges, that's quite a quirky little interesting thing to see. Honestly, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch bits of it and kind of just see kind of what was going on and have a little look at it. And it was really kind of cool and interesting to like see of this video that they've still got that was way back when they were originally starting to try and make this into a movie and things. So that was pretty cool. There's also a 3-minute segment on Lois Lowry talking about basically her inspirations for the book and her thoughts on the final movie and things like that. And her inspirations for the book was so fascinating. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but if you have a chance to watch this or have a chance to hear her talk about it some other place, it was really cool. I've not read the book, but hearing the thing that inspired her to create this book and her thought process behind it was really cool. And I really was happy with what she had to say kind of about the movie and how it all turned out and what she thought about it when she watched it. That was really cool as well. So yeah, that was really nice. It was just a little cute segment, but I did really enjoy it. And finally, the kind of main song in this movie, I suppose, it's kind of is Ordinary Human by OneRepublic. And there's like a little 2-minute segment of the main guy from Mobile Republic, talking about how he came up with the song and how he was approached to do this song, and you know, just things like that. And it was really, really nice actually. I kind of usually am like, but no, his thoughts were, it's such an interesting movie that hearing everybody's thoughts on it is really cool, because everyone can kind of have different thoughts and different insight into the way that you kind of would take the movie. And so hearing his thoughts was again really, really cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed the special feature on The Giver. If you own this Blu-ray, I highly recommend checking out the special features, but I also think the DVD has quite a few special features as well. So if you've got the DVD for it, definitely take a look at the back there and see what the special features are on there as well. So that has been Special Feature Sunday number 2. We've talked about, oh, this was backwards. We've talked about The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, and The Giver. If I was to recommend one of these to watch the special features on, I'd recommend to watch the special features on The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I feel like they were so interesting and so inspiring and really important, but I also really did enjoy the ones on The Giver. Mr. Peabody and Sherman was a little bit disappointing, but if you've got kids, I think there's some fun little games on there and fun little learning things as well. But yeah, so overall, it's a successful Special Features Sunday. Gosh, that was a tongue twister. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye!